A cheap Overwatch free-to-play carbon copy. That's what a lot of people call Paladins for a long time. But is that still the case? I mean, as of late, Overwatch has kind of been covered in a cloud of disappointment and underwhelming releases. That launch was very sad and very bad. But Overwatch 2 is also free to play now, so one of the big points that a lot of people went to Paladins for is kind of gone. Has Paladins done anything to attract players that makes it worth playing over Overwatch? Here in 2023, I want to take a look back at that Overwatch v Paladins feud and see if any of the games really were better than the other. Ladies and gentlemen, both of these games came out in 2016, just a few months apart, and the question's always asked, which one came first? Who copied who? Does it really matter? I mean, I'm looking for a game that simply makes it feel like it's worth my time and worth my money, that I could hop on for hours on end with friends or alone and have a good time. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said earlier, with the launch of Overwatch 2 being just so disappointing and sad, a lot of people were looking for alternatives. And what is the constant alternative ever since day one? The constant alternative for Overwatch has always been Paladins. Oh, you don't like Overwatch? Go play Paladins. Oh, you don't like Paladins? Go play Overwatch. But you see, back in the day, one of the big drawing factors was that Paladins was free to play and Overwatch was not. You see, back in the day, that was one of the big reasons that I started playing Paladins. It was free. I was frustrated with Overwatch playing comp. And hey, what do I got to lose installing a free-to-play game? And I like to say that I had a lot of fun. And especially at first, I just 100% would say that I preferred Paladins versus Overwatch. But now playing these two games for so long, it's a more difficult question to answer and not so one-sided. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm looking for a fun game. And for whatever reason, I just cannot help but having a ton of fun in Paladins. High-res games are very well known for being broken, having glitches and bugs throughout the game that simply are just never fixed. Overwatch is clearly and has always been the more polished game. And despite all that, I still found myself having more fun in Paladins than Overwatch a lot of times. But now that both games are free to play, is Paladins really worth it? Are the bugs, glitches, and just brokenness of the game worth it anymore? Honestly, I'd say yeah. I think that it's very possible for these two games to just coexist. You know what I'm saying? You get frustrated at one, you go play the other. Both of them have their strengths and their weaknesses. Overwatch has much better polish, much more resources, and a team that is constantly there updating and fixing the game. Though in terms of content, as of late, we've definitely been lacking that. But Paladins, honestly, has also not been doing too great. The bugs are still there, glitches, hackers, and all these problems. And you know what's up? What really frustrates me about Paladins, man? Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, if this was 2 or 3 years ago, I would 100% choose Paladins over Overwatch, both in fun and in content and worth my time, worth my money. But unfortunately, both of these games have kind of gone down. You know, like the battle has always been there of, oh, I'm a Paladins fanboy. Oh, I'm an Overwatch fanboy. Oh, Overwatch is better. Paladins is better. But like, being 100% honest, both of these games aren't that great anymore. That's not saying that I don't have fun in them, because I do have fun in both Paladins and Overwatch. But we have to admit that the quality of both these games has gone down drastically. And honestly, when people fight over Paladins or Overwatch being better, it's like two people yelling at each other on a sinking ship, saying whose ship will sink last. Back in the day in Paladins, 100% the battle pass, the skins, the content, everything was just better in Paladins, man. For you Paladins players out there, you know that them battle passes reached a peak at the Star Sisters DLC or the Star Sisters battle pass, or was it Stellar Sisters? Y'all know which one I'm talking about. There was 5 different skins, 100 levels, a ton of ways to earn gems. Oh my goodness, 5 different color variants for each skin. It was crazy. a ton of high quality, awesome content. And let's not forget that in Paladins, we had that deal of the day that you could use crystals in. Sometimes you would get 3 legendary skins in Paladins in that deal of the day. It was an amazing deal. Overwatch offered nothing like that. But now, you can no longer use gems for that deal of the day. Now, the battle pass is 25 or 30 levels with 2 skins. That, let's be honest, we could see a severe lack of quality. We could see a severe decline in the quality, uniqueness, and creativity of these skins. Guys, I understand the Paladins lore. It's like the Abyss versus the Paladins and all that. So the Abyss is like the dark demons or whatever. But how many times can you make the same demon skin? The last couple characters have really seemed repetitive. When we have this new character, skeleton, demon. Then we had Ram, and it's also kind of, demon. I feel like we're being a bit repetitive here, which I'm not saying that those skins don't look cool or these characters aren't cool, but I feel like back in the day, Paladins would take extreme random risks and creative ideas to the furthest extent. They would make random skins that just would pop, would be unique and creative. We'd have special voice lines, custom BFX, something Overwatch never did. Having unique voice lines and custom FX for all these legendary skins in Paladins was crazy, and Overwatch never did anything like that. But honestly, I'm still not the biggest fan of the Overwatch Battle Pass, but I'm inclined to say that it is better than the Paladins one currently. We have more skins, we have more to grind for, and we have that mythic skin at the end of the Battle Pass that is pretty cool. I absolutely despise the new monetization system. Absolutely stupid. Splitting the currencies into the old currencies and the new one and making a keychain worth like $14. Come on, y'all. You're making people miss loot boxes in Overwatch. Like, come on. But unfortunately, as I've said before, both of these games have just severely gone down in quality. And it's sad to see because these are 2 games that I've always held pretty close and dear. I have hundreds of hours on both of these games. Close to 900 on Paladins and probably around 600, 700 on Overwatch. And since I've been playing these games for so long, I could see the obvious decline in quality. Paladins, for me, as buggy, as glitchy, as broken as that game is, I will always have fun in it, especially when I hop in there with friends. Overwatch, I could also have fun in it. Listen, guys, I don't know if it's just the friend group I play with. Y'all know who you are. But when I play Paladins, it's always more casual. Even in competitive, my competitive experience in both Overwatch and Paladins was severely different. I don't know if it's simply because I really never cared too much about Paladins and that enabled me to just have fun and go into it freely, just having a good time. Even in competitive, I had fun in Paladins competitive. Now that's my experience. I can't speak for everybody. I was a platinum player, low platinum, and I had fun. In Overwatch, I was a low gold, and I definitely did not have as much fun in that game. I don't know if it's the people I play with, my friend group, y'all know who you are, but we struggle to play Overwatch simply for fun. At least they do. Me, I could hop on Overwatch and have a good time, but for whatever reason, I don't know if there's some type of connection here with, since the game's more polished, people take it more seriously, and when you take it more seriously, you get a little more mad when you lose, and you care more about winning and losing than just having a good time. I don't know if there's some connection between that and Paladin, since it's broken and buggy. You just kind of don't care. You just kind of have a good time and just mess around. This is my experience. Like I said, I can't speak for everybody, but Paladins has always been more casual. Always just a random hop on, and who cares if we win or lose? Let's just have a good time. So ladies and gentlemen, simply put, both of these games have their pros and cons. We can enjoy both of them. I am here to unite the tribes, all right? I am here to bring peace between Overwatch and Paladins. After nobody probably cares about this feud anymore, let's be honest. But both games are easily very enjoyable and have their perks. Overwatch will always be the higher quality, more polished game. And in turn, it's taken more seriously, especially when Overwatch League was big and, the forefront of Overwatch. It really got a little more sweaty. It got a little more serious. So take that as you will. Some people like that competitive edge. Some people don't. I'm fine with being competitive every once in a while, But I do not want it to go down the same route as Call of Duty, where every match is super sweaty and super competitive, as if everyone's trying to win some $1 million tournament. I don't like that. I like getting competitive every once in a while. But when you're playing casuals and you get so mad over losing, like, who cares? Just have a good time. I know some people gonna get mad at me for saying that. And as for Paladins, it will always be the more broken, the more buggy game. But maybe because of that, you could hop on and just have a good time, really not caring about winning or losing. And Paladins has, honestly, it's had more characters, more champions. And a lot of times, those characters have more skins, more uniqueness, and are special in their own way. I could hop on and have fun in both of these games. I believe you can too. Ladies and gentlemen, we're all gamers here, right? Come on. Both of these games are fun, and I think we could all admit that. So it's not really a case of which game is better, but it's simply a case of which game do you prefer. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate y'all watching. Thank you so very much for being here. If you have not subscribed, please do consider doing such. Also, follow me on Twitch. That link's gonna be down in the description below. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so very much. And until next time, I'll see ya.